It's a bombshell discovery in a Florida park. Could the search for Gabby Petito's fiance be over?
It has been warm and dry, but where we could pick up some showers before morning.
New Yorkers love their fire escapes and food delivery. And New York Live is with the pop-up restaurant that combines both. This is News 4 Now for October 21st. I'm Adam Cooperstein. According to the FBI in Denver, Brian Laundrie's parents have been informed that the remains that were found yesterday in that park in Florida were indeed Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito's missing fiancé. As of right now, the Laundries have no further comment about this. They said they ask that everyone respects their privacy, but they've commented on this as well. Yesterday in that Florida park where Brian Laundrie was last reported being seen more than a month ago, those remains were found. We told you they were skeletal remains. Testing was still pending. But again, the FBI in Denver now confirming those remains found in Florida were indeed Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito's missing fiancé. The NYPD is trying to track down the man who shot a 14-year-old getting on an MTA bus in East Harlem. Police released these new images. Investigators say the 14-year-old was targeted last Thursday morning as he was boarding an M1 bus at East 139th Street and Lenox Avenue. Police say he was grazed in the head and is expected to survive. They also say it was an armrest that actually blocked a bullet from hitting the bus driver. Two NYPD officers are now facing disciplinary charges after they were seen confronting a subway rider in a now viral video. You can see two maskless officers shoving a man out of the 8th Street station on Tuesday. Another commuter started recording after the man apparently asked the officers to put masks on, which is required by federal law during the pandemic. Police Commissioner Shea called the incident absolutely inexcusable.
I'm not in any way, shape, or form attempting to downplay that. I think we're better than that. I think the public deserves better than that. And frankly, I know the men and women every day are better than that, but that's inexcusable.
Commissioner Shea did not say what disciplinary actions were taken, but he said the officers won't be fired or suspended. The race for New York City mayor is heating up, and the two candidates just faced off right here at 30 Rock. Wednesday night, Republican Curtis Sliwa and Democrat Eric Adams sparred in their very first debate. The men took on several topics: safety, pandemic recovery, and affordable housing. But one of the hottest issues of the moment, vaccine mandates, got a polar opposite reaction from the two.
I believe the mayor's action today was correct. I would have handled it differently. I would have sat down with my union members, and I would have sat down with those who are involved.
Mr. Adams, just to be clear, will you uphold the benching of police officers and firefighters?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I will follow the rules that are in place.
We cheered them at night at 7. Then all of a sudden we decided, de Blasio, who has supported Eric Adams here, they've been a team, that all of a sudden they would lose their jobs. That is a horror if they weren't going to be vaccinated. We should never fire
Thank you,
people
Mr. Sliwa.
for that reason.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Marie LaRosa. Hope you enjoyed another mid-September afternoon. Temperatures climbing back into the 70s, and we hang on to that just a little bit longer. Through the dinner hour, temperatures slowly falling into the upper 60s. By later on tonight, we'll start to see a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, and by tomorrow morning, still relatively mild into the upper 50s and lower 60s. But we throw in at least the chance of a passing shower, especially north of the city, but overnight. So by sunrise tomorrow, things should be drying out, and most of the day on Friday on the dry side. But we sort of come to an end as far as our streak in the 70s for the afternoon highs. 60 degrees to start the day tomorrow, 58 in White Plains, 62 in Islip, 52 in Sussex, and we're in the mid-50s in Poughkeepsie, but highs staying in the 60s for tomorrow.
It's a hit pop-up restaurant from a fire escape. New York Live shows us the burritos causing a buzz.
New York City has its fair share of pop-up restaurants, but you can't get more unique than the one we're about to show you, because this pop-up starts selling its signature burritos from its fire escape. All right, so before we talk about the food, we absolutely have to chat about the location. Where in the world did you get the idea to sell burritos from your fire escape?
Yeah, I had read about a small town in Italy lowering drinks down off of their windows for happy hour, and I thought that was just the most fun way to serve food. And so this is the first time I've had a fire escape. I thought it'd be a fun idea to have that.
All right, let's talk about the food now, because first of all, you are known for your burritos, but they are not your typical Mexican burritos. It's a fusion of your cultures, correct?
Yes. I am of Dominican background. Isabel's Chinese and Thai.
A lot of different cultural flavors here. We have the scallion pancakes, which is from my Chinese culture, and we added perni, which is Luis's mom's recipe.
One day, I thought, why don't we just roll these up into one, and the Forsyth Fire Escape Burrito came to me.
You're actually going to bring us to a business right here in this neighborhood that has been really integral to your success, so let's go over there and chat.
Let's do it.
Yes. We are outside of Dong Hong's Deli Groceries.
Okay, and actually, you received the cease and desist, so you're no longer able to sell burritos from your balcony, correct?
Yeah, when we got the cease and desist, I was devastated. I thought, there goes the burritos, we're done selling it to our friends and family. And Luis was like, get up, we're going out, we're going to find a solution. We went to Dong Hong's, where he goes every day to eat lunch, and asked Gus, the owner, if we could maybe use their kitchen because they don't operate on the weekends.
So we were able to learn a lot. We had more tools, more space, more time to work.
Yeah.
So that actually did help us out a lot.
This is a silver lining.
Well, we are definitely going to be Insta-stalking you all. Thank you for everything that you do. I can't wait for your next pop-up because I'm going to get myself a burrito.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for being amazing.
Doctors gave him a 1% chance of surviving COVID. But he not only survived, he's thrived. And now he's giving back. At 70 years old, Abe Miller is painting with a purpose. And the crazy thing here, he never picked up a paintbrush before in his life. Here's News 4's Gilma Avalos.
My oxygen level was 75.
19 months ago, Abe Miller could not have imagined doing this, giving a speech. He was admitted to Westchester Medical Center at the height of the pandemic, March 24, 2020. So sick with COVID-19, he wasn't supposed to survive.
He was of the sickest of the sick.
After 7 weeks in a coma, Miller reemerged with a second chance at life.
30 days took for me to be able to stand 30 seconds.
Dr. Avi Levine, who treated him, says the turning point was the patient's own resilience. He was put on a ventilator with the help of an ECMO machine, which essentially oxygenates the blood from outside the body and pumps it back in. His body was kept alive long enough for it to start fighting back on its own.
He is an incredibly resilient person, incredibly resilient.
And in this new life, the business owner who works in real estate found a passion he didn't know for the first 7 decades of his life: painting.
And it's a God-given gift because I never did any training. I never learned how to paint. Nothing.
Today, he returned to the same hospital where he sought treatment and came bearing gifts. The prolific painter is paying it forward. His pieces now sell for thousands of dollars, but the 38 he has sold thus far have benefited widows who lost spouses to COVID.
I didn't make these paintings for money. I made this painting for the energy that God gave me.
He hopes the 3 paintings that he's donated to the hospital will help those visiting loved ones or battling illness hang on to hope.
To have hope that you can start anything new, it's the attitude you gotta have.
It gives us the strength to keep on doing what we're doing, and even when it looks very grim, to keep pushing forward.
Thank you so much for joining us on News 4 Now. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.